I want us to rely on science, but I don't want us to rely on single research studies. I'm a neuroscientist and I'm currently working on a book where I explore various mind-body practices and how effective they are. As I do the research for this, the thing that has become immensely clear to me is that when it comes to complex questions about our health and our well-being, a single study never has the answer. In so many conversations about wellness right now, there's a ton of cherry picking. There's a lot of pointing at individual studies and saying, look, the proof is here. The reality is that in science, it is rarely so clear cut, unless we're talking about something like the structural conformation of a protein. You can take something like the question of whether smoking causes lung cancer, something that seems like a fact to us now, and maybe would have been clear from a single study, but it actually wasn't even that easy. It took many decades, part of which was lengthened because of the vested interests of big tobacco, to conclusively show that tobacco is indeed linked to lung cancer. For questions like, does mindfulness meditation work, we're not going to get the answers in single studies. It's going to take many studies. When I want answers to questions like this, I often look for meta-analyses that pull data across many studies. Here's a recent meta-analysis that looks at 136 different studies with over 11,000 participants, asking whether mindfulness-based programs are helpful for things like depression and anxiety. They found some positive effects for depression, but no strong evidence for treating anxiety. But even just this is one meta-analysis. Individual studies here would have reported significant effects in a number of different directions. The answers to questions like these are going to be more complicated than yes or no. The answer is going to be that yes, this might work for people in these contexts, and no, it may not work as well for other people in different contexts. The funny thing is that I go through this process where I'm like trying to figure out whether a particular wellness practice has any evidence behind it, and I find meta-analyses and I read individual studies. The conclusion I almost always come to is that maybe something could work for many people in some different contexts, but at the end of the day, you really just have to try it out for yourself and see if it works for yourself.